Hello peeps, welcome back to Radamés da Silva's channel. Yes, and let me fix my beard. Yeah, here everything is live. Of course I'm recording this, but I don't edit. You know, when you watch a video and every millisecond in which the person is not conveying the idea quickly enough, they cut it, edit it, so you save a millisecond of your fucking precious time. Well, here it's a free flow way of producing content, right? Because life happens now. Life is not edited, and I want to show you things as they happen through my brain when I talk to you, because this is improvisation on certain themes that you might pick up hopefully in the next 5 to 25 minutes, because I don't know for how long I'm gonna go. I just recorded the video in Spanish, so I pick up from there and I try to remember what I said, but figure this out. It was a 14-minute video, so if I can remember verbatim everything I said, I would be a fucking genius, especially when I'm translating it in my own brain. So I don't do that. I just pick up the main themes and let's riff on them. So one of the themes is going to be marketing. Marketing has always existed as long as we've been humans in this iteration, right? But it didn't have such a punchy term to define it. Now, a genius in marketing probably invented that word, and that became a beautiful label to identify evil on earth, because it's evil. It's a force of evil, mostly. Why? Because one of the things they use is labels. So what happens with labels? Labels stifle thought, debate, creativity, and just they are meant to destroy doubt by intimidating those who dare to ask questions. Those behind certain ideologies, which are extremely powerful today, they can cast or stick these labels on you, and then you start to find yourself in a very deep hole from which it is hard to get out of, especially in certain platforms where everything is like slaps, intellectual slaps, you know, see who wins a debate the fastest, but without any substance. It's like, oh, got you, you know. But thought and just creating a stream of ideas needs a different space. This is such a space, perhaps. And I recommend that you create your own space when you're tackling difficult topics. Also because you're going to be banned, probably, in those platforms. Not me, because I'm not that powerful, and just a select elite watches my videos. So we're safe at the moment. So labels. It doesn't matter if the label is you're an anti-vaxxer, you're an anti-Semite, you're an anti-whatever. They are meant to destroy debate, and we need to champion that. We have to be able to doubt everything, especially because there's a beautiful phrase which says, sacred is that which cannot be destroyed. So if that is true, then we can debate anything. We can have doubts, we can express them freely without the fear of being shot down, right? So one of the things that happens, as you would have probably seen, is that if you object to someone else's cosmovision, let's say a man who now through his or her dysphoria, perceives him, herself as a woman, right? So a trans woman, I'm always confusing myself because that means a man who became a woman, right? or who's always been a woman trapped in a man's body. But if you decide for whatever reason not to coincide with that view, you're termed like a transphobic immediately. That's one of the marketing tactics that such ideological movements adopt. And it's shit, right? I'm going to say it in plain English. It's shit. Or French, merde, right? It is shit. So we have to fight it. Another thing about that is that in this world, things are becoming quite messy. And one of the marketing tactics is to mix falsehoods and true. So you are so confused that you no longer understand what's up, what's down, and is this really true? Of course, blending fake truths that we've all learned. So they use that disguise to, let's say, throw water into the mud, make things muddier, more difficult. So if you're in power and you know what is true and what is not, it is a very privileged position from which you can manipulate things, right? Going back to the transphobic label, I'll always come back to this topic because I find it fascinating. Most of the people who bust your balls about this, or who are the most aggressive, are trans women, right? Men who changed clubs, let's say. So I do wonder, and I'll leave this question or a couple of questions floating around, and it's like, might that be in their psyche a reflection of what they feel a woman truly is? Like someone who busts balls and wants others to do as she says or thinks. Bust balls or ovaries. It doesn't matter, we are not discriminating here. Is that the patriarchy lingering in their psyche? Is that the perception of women? Because, in my experience, trans men, they kind of go unnoticed. You're not as pushy and just annoying as trans women. So, trans woman, if you're watching, think about that. Think about that without casting that label on me, right? But it's been almost 8 minutes, and I have to go back to the core of this, to the kernel of this video, because marketing exists everywhere, of course, and especially in products that we consume, and mainly in products that we eat, right? So the thing is, we have to, there's someone knocking at the door, so that's distracting me, but we have to call black, black, and white, white. Right? This is white, this is gray, this is black, this is a kind of a, what do you call it, skeleton, head mask, that's a candle, illustrations of. So because of this marketing thing, we need to understand where is the truth. So, milk. What do you think when I say the word milk? You might think of cows, you might think of goats, sheep, right? Many sheep, sheeps. I don't understand that rule. We can say sheeps. Any mammal produces milk. Your own mother did produce milk at some point, and I hope it's in the past, because if you're watching this video and she's still producing milk and you're the youngest one, that means you're still drinking from that fountain, and you should stop. If you are older than 2 years old, you should quit drinking your mother's milk, because she will keep producing, man. If you're suckling from that nipple and you're 30 years old, nature is giving. She will somehow keep producing. So stop. Yes, stop. And let her dry up and live a life as a menopausic woman, probably. So, but we think of mammals. We think of the milk we drank as a kid, I hope you're not drinking as an adult, because milk is not meant to be drank as an adult. But the masters of marketing makes us think of milk as something that can be produced from the realm of the veggies, right? Of seeds. So let's go with almond milk or oat milk or coconut milk. That's a masterful movement on behalf of the marketing devils. They call almond milk, so it has that association for you. It takes you back to those beautiful moments. And again, I'm not talking about you as a 30-year-old drinking from your mother's bosom. I'm just referring to us as babies being able to live and exist because that manna, right, poured out of your mother's breast. Or the bottle, whatever she used. She might have had to use formula. Well, it's not ideal, but what can you do, right? So don't catch up now. If that was the case again, don't go back to your mother's tit and try to get some milk. Too late. You lost the train. So almond milk, almond. It's a fucking thing, right? It's small. You can have it as a snack. But let me ask you, have you ever seen an almond mother being pregnant and then giving birth to little almonds? And then these almonds drinking from the mother's tits the almond milk? No. Same with coconuts. Have you ever seen a male coconut fucking a female coconut, then getting her pregnant, and then, the same cycle? Have you seen mama coconut breastfeeding the little coconuts? I'm sure you haven't. Same with oats. Oats are boring, it's like, pfft. But this is where evil penetrates, and we accept these falsehoods, right? Milk. That's a label they used very cunningly to sell something that's not milk. You might go to Starbucks and shout, "Hey, I want my cappuccino with almond milk, please." No, it's not milk. Let's call things by their names. It is not milk. Of course, I don't know if this works in English very well, but if you are referring to milk as the substance that comes out of the male penis, right, which resides as well in turn in the testicles, well, if that's the case, you might find a man or a woman whose surname is Almond, and then technically you can drink almond's milk. But otherwise, it's all falsehood. It's all a lie, a sham, and we have to call it by its name. And one last reflection, right? Because imagine, let's just play. Imagine that, scientists discover that indeed these almonds can procreate through sex, and they get pregnant and they breastfeed little almonds. What would happen to vegans, right? They would all kill themselves instantly, or they would have to find another way of justifying their choices. But let's say if they were true to their creed, they should kill themselves. They've been assassins for years and years. And that would be a great loss for the world, right? And one last thing, sorry. The same thing is happening with the marketing of the lab meat, of the Beyond Burger, or whatever you want to call it. They hijack a word, burger, which equals a cow minced into a beautiful patty, and then you put it in between buns, whatever you want it, but that's a burger. You can have it made from chicken, yes, of course, beans, etc., but burger instantly makes you think of meat, beef, juicy, flowing in your mouth and out of it, pouring down your cheeks and chin, right? Like a bukkake of red juices. But they are hijacking the word and just saying, hey, this is a Beyond Meat, Beyond Burger, whatever. It's better than the real thing. It's better than trillions of years of evolution, right? That's how humans are. They think they are the shit. And they are shit. You take just one letter out of the phrase and you get closer to the truth. But don't be fooled. They will fail. No one will end up eating that crap. In some years, now it's going to be on vogue and then it's going to decline. Because do you truly want to eat something that has like 800 ingredients and you can only know how to pronounce 2 or 3 of them? Nah. Think about it. We managed to figure out how to raise cows more than 10,000 years ago. And they are beautiful friends and tasty as fuck. So, thank you for watching. Now, going back to plans, if you enjoy my videos, buy me a coffee. I'm going to be very happy, very stoked, and sharper than ever with that beautiful concoction. Thank you so much for existing. No matter what you are, what label you apply to yourself, I love you. Yes, even if you hate me, I love you.